This conference will now be recorded.
The yesterday class topic is like
Garbage collection.
garbage collection. Like we done with system.gc method, right? So to call the garbage collector,
Oh, yes.
system.gc we are calling. The second way you can call the garbage collector like runtime.gc method, guys. Even runtime class also having the gc method to call the garbage collector basically. Even runtime class also having the gc method to call a garbage collector, right? Yes, our main intention is give the object to garbage collector. How to give the object to the garbage collector means assigning null value to the object, right? Assigning null value to the object. Once you assign null value to the object means then what happens here? Initially T1 is pointing to object. Now T1 is pointing to null. If T1 is pointing to null, then what happens, guys? Then T1 is pointing to null. Then T1 is point null means what happened here? Then this object is eligible to garbage collector, right? Exactly, guys. Yes, there are two ways you can call the garbage collector. One is the system class GC method. The second one is what? The runtime class GC method, guys. And system class GC is a static method. Then how can we call a static method? The system.gc is a static method. We can call a static method using class name, right? Yes, you can call a static method using class name. What about runtime plus GC method? Runtime plus GC is like instance method, guys, basically. Runtime plus GC is like instance method, right? Exactly. See, guys, yesterday same topic, like same point here. But yesterday we are creating object yesterday we are creating like which one? Yesterday we are using like system.gc we are calling. But in place of system.gc, I have runtime r equal to runtime.getRuntime method. Because basically get runtime is a method belongs to which class is runtime class. It returns which object, which returns like runtime object, right? Yes, returns which object means returns what runtime object, right? Exactly, guys. Runtime dot get runtime method. Runtime dot get runtime method. Get runtime method returns which object. Runtime dot get runtime method returns which object means runtime object, right? Exactly, guys. Yes, return switch object means what? Runtime object, right? Exactly. Then we are calling r.gc method, guys. So you can save this code local disk E. The file is called test.java file. Just open the command prompt. Local disk E. CLS Java seed application is called what? And test.java. Code is compiled fine. So Java the class is called class here. Test class, right? So guys, we got the output like update destroyed, update destroyed. We got how many times total? We got the output is 2 times, right? Exactly. Initially we have the objects, guys. Next we are destroying that objects. That's what object destroyed may executed twice, right? Exactly. Is it clear now? Yeah, that's information, guys. And after that, if you see, after that, if you see, yeah, so runtime class, guys. Actually runtime class actually using runtime class even you can interact with runtime resources also. Because using runtime class even interact with what runtime resources, right? Runtime resources in sense like memories, guys. Like memories also we can call. Like memories also we can use. See here, for example, if you see this code, I'm creating runtime object. This runtime class is bit important. By using runtime class, you can call the garbage collector. We can open the system resources, and we can check the memory sizes like memories. Good. Yes, runtime r equal to runtime dot get runtime method. Yes, actually here we didn't use the new keyword to create the object, guys, and we are calling runtime dot get runtime method. Get runtime returns the object basically. Just get runtime method. This method is written the object. That's why we are storing that object into runtime class, right? Exactly. Because using runtime class, we can interact the memories also. R dot total memory is how much? R dot total memory is how much? R dot free memory is how much? R dot total memory and R dot free memory, right? Exactly. Because total memory is like R dot total memory. How much total memory is there? How much free memory is there? I'm creating this many number of objects, guys. Almost all like 1 lakh objects I'm creating, right? If you're creating 1 lakh objects, guys, after 1 lakh objects, free memory is how much? After creation of 1 lakh object, the free memory we have to check. R dot free memory, right? Exactly. After creation of 1 lakh object, definitely free memory reduced, right? Free memory reduced. Then we are calling r.gc. Then what happened, guys? Here? We are calling the garbage collector. It will destroy some of the useless objects, right? So useless object destroyed means what happened, guys? Again, free memory reduced or increased? Yes, free memory is definitely increased, right? Yes, free memory is what increased, right? Exactly, guys. You see the output here, code is compiled fine. So Java class is college class here, test class. Initial memory is how much? 67, something like 1084 bytes format basically it is. Free memory is like 65. 65 is there. After 1 lakh objects, free memory reduced, right? Reduced to 64, right? Then I'm calling the garbage collector. If I'm calling the garbage collector after calling the garbage collector, then what happened, guys? Free memory increase, right? Yes, after calling the garbage collector, the free memory increased or not? Definitely free memory is what? Free memory is increased, right? Exactly, guys. Free memory increase, right? Exactly. Just to check the memories, basically to check the memories, total how much total memory is there, how much free memory is there. To call the memories you are going for each class, guys, even the runtime class we can use. We can use what? Runtime class, right? Exactly. The runtime class use it to interact with our runtime resource, right?
Ratan sir, will there be any difference if I create an object using a new keyword
There's no
for
difference, but
runtime?
internally they using new keyword maybe. Runtime
Okay,
dot get.
okay. So I mean, there will not be any difference if I write this runtime r is equal to new
There's no
runtime.
difference, but they won't. Their intention is like they are not exposing like object creation process to you. Actually, they won't expose like object creation process to you. Just they are giving this method. You can call that method. That method return the object. How they internally create the object, you don't know, right?
Okay, okay,
So because we have the multiple ways you can create the object. Actually, that's what.
okay.
Yeah, runtime class basically to recall the runtime resources, garbage collector, and we are checking the memories, right? We are checking what memories, guys, and even system resource like note. I want to open the notepad, MS Paint, calculator. These are all system resources, right? Because even as first example, you are calling a garbage collector. Second example, you are checking the memories. Third example, you can see runtime r equal runtime dot get runtime method. Exec command is there. Exec method, it will open the notepad execution file. Exec file, notepad, MS Paint, calculator, right? Yes, notepad, MS Paint, and what? Calculator is there, right? Exactly. Because if you run this code, then what happens, guys? It will open how many system resources total here? 3 resources, right? Exactly. Because it throws an exception like IO exception. So compile time, compile is giving information with the checker type and checker type. You have to checker type exception. That's what we have to handle the exception using throws give, right? Throws exception at handle. Because system resource means what? If main or system resource are not available, we got the issue, right? That's what. Code is compiled fine. The Java class is called what? Test class. See guys, notepad is opened first. Next MS Paint is opened. Then calculator is opened. The calculator is already opened here, right? Yeah. The calculator is open here. MS Paint is open. Like that, while doing the application, if you want to open the resources like this notepad, MS Paint, calculator, to open this kind of resources, then you can go for like, yes, we can use what? You can use like runtime class, right? Runtime r equal runtime dot get runtime exec command, right? Exactly.
So Ratan
As a
sir, if I
required.
want to open a particular file in Notepad, I mean, if it is located in a particular path in my hard drive, so can we pass the
Check
value
the file
as a
system.
path?
No, no, we can't
Like,
give like that.
okay.
These are the by default system resources, right? Notepad, MS Paint, calculator, these all. In that case, operating system will locate that libraries because runtime class is able to interact the operating system, right? Because even memories with the RAM, right? So with the like with the operating system, right? That's what runtime class is able to interact with the operating system. That's it. Good. Example for even if you restart the system, guys, this is like shut down the system. This is like a restart the system. So if you run this code, then what happens, guys? The application will be shut down. Your operating system will be shut down. So exec to shut down the data, -s, right? Should we reset the data? -r is there. Like to see how to. Yes, total runtime class, we saw like total 4 examples, guys. First example, using runtime class, you are calling the garbage collector. Second example, using runtime class, you are checking the memories. And third example, using runtime class, you open the system resources like Notepad, MS Paint, and Calculator. fourth example, like you are shut down the system and restart the system, guys. Shut down the system and what? Restart the system, right? Exactly. Very clear now?
Only
Ah,
system resources can be opened, not any kind of an URLs, right? If I want to open any of the application URL, it doesn't have.
application is not possible, right? Because that is the web application, advanced Java. In advanced Java, we have to open the browser and we have to send the request and response, right? Client server architecture required. Here it won't open like any browsers concept and all. Hmm? Only system resources like calculator, MS Paint, MS Word, Excel files. Those files you can open. Yeah. I guess one point you can see here. How many ways you can call the garbage collector? Yesterday we saw like one approach. Today we saw like one approach. System class GC and runtime class GC. Which one is better approach here? Is it system class GC or runtime class GC? Guys, which one is better means actually runtime class GC only can call the garbage collector, guys. Guess which class you see? Runtime class API is there. Only runtime class GC only can call the garbage collector. See, for example, runtime class is there. So, see guys, every Java application has a single instance of a runtime. Unless the application interface environment is running, the current runtime can be a get runtime method, right? The current runtime can be obtained from the get runtime method, right? Yeah, get runtime method here. So exec command is there, exit is there, gc method you have to check. So guys, gc method you can call, runs the garbage collector, guys. Calling this method is suggested Java virtual machine, something like this one currently occupies available quick reuse. This is for the quick reuse, right? When you control the method call, virtual machine made the effort to recycle the Discord object, right? Exactly. The name GC stands for garbage collector. The virtual machine performs the recycling process automatically needed. If separated, even if the GC method is invoked explicitly. Yeah, read this point. The system.gc is a conventional and convenient means the method system.gc is, guys, conventional and what is point, guys? What's the meaning of this line, Usman? Usman, what's the meaning of this line? The system.gc is what?
Conventional, the
An easier way of invoking.
easier way.
The method system.gc is like conventional and convenient. That is
Conventional
Yes,
means I can kind of older methods, like I mean conventional things like we use in our
conventional.
past.
This one convenient.
convenient.
This method, the method system.gc is a conventional and convenient means invoking of this method. What the meaning? Instead of calling this VGC, that VGC is recommended. Which what is the meaning? Yaar, tell me, yaar. Rani,
System.gc is an easier way of calling, invoking it.
system.gc is saying easier way, huh? Okay, fine, guys. He's saying like system.gc is a conventional direct way, right? Exactly. But unfortunately, for you it is easy way, guys. Instead of creating runtime object, he's saying like what? Simply system.gc is okay, right? System.gc is okay, but unfortunately, the system.gc internally calling the runtime.gc only. System.gc internally calling what? Runtime.gc. If you want to see that point here, if you open the system class code, okay, system class source code in Java, system class source code in Java, just open the system class source code, guys. If you open this is like system class source code. In the source code, what you need like which method here? GC method, right? If you need like GC method now, yeah. See this code, guys. This is a GC method, right? See this code, guys, here. Public stat GC is which method, guys? Now this is like system class code, right? This system class static method or not? See, guys, this system class GC method, what it is doing? Runtime.get runtime.gc, right? Runtime.get runtime is getting the runtime object. Then .gc is calling directly, right? This is called named object, nameless object.
Nameless.
Nameless object, right? It means what? See, even though it's a convention of convenient approach when compared to runtime class object, system.gc is a convenient approach. But system.gc internally calling which approach is runtime.gc only. It says that which one can call directly garbage collector, guys? Which one can call the yeah, the call, see this one, if you want to check the API documentation once, you want to see the runtime class API, system class API documentation of system class API. If you go for system class API, guys, because previously we checked like runtime class API. So now we are checking like system class API. System class API can go for GC method now. The GC method, see guys, last point you see, the call system.gc is effectively equivalent to what? Is equivalent to what is called, right? Yes, finally we decided, even though you are calling system.gc, is that system.gc directly calling the garbage collector? It is calling internal runtime.gc only. Because it is internally calling what? It is internally calling which method, guys? Runtime.gc, right?
Runtime.
Yes or no? It is internally calling which method means runtime.gc, right? Exactly. Then what is the point, guys? Direct pointer. So there are two ways you can call the garbage collector. We have to understand the system.gc, runtime.gc. But which is a convenient approach, guys? System.gc is a convenient approach. But who is calling the garbage collector directly? Yes, but who is
Runtime.
calling the garbage collector directly?
Runtime class.
Exactly. That clarity important, guys. Because when you check this kind of points in API documentation, directly can understand, right? They are saying system.gc is a convenient approach, but the system.gc is equivalent to what runtime.gc, right? Because when you check the source code, a system.gc internally calling which method, guys? Runtime.gc, right? Exactly, guys. So there are two ways you can call the garbage collector, but which one is a convenient approach means what? System.gc is a convenient approach, guys. But system.gc internally calls what? Runtime.gc to call the garbage collector, right? Is to call what? To call the garbage collector, right? Exactly. Is it clear now? Good. The system class GC internally calls what? Runtime.gc, right? Yeah. For runtime class total, we executed 4 example cases. You try to check these 4 examples once. Good.
So usually we don't use runtime.gc, sir.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. Which one is a convenient approach? System.gc, runtime.gc means system.gc.
System.gc, and it is the recommended one also, right?
Yeah. So developer point of it is recommended, okay. But if you're asking like, is a system, some interviews the experience guys, they ask the question like, is system class is directly can call the garbage collector.
Okay.
And
Then where this question fits, okay.
Yeah, so experience based, they ask this type of questions only, definitely.
Okay.
In this case, what is output now? So I have like this is like finalized method. Yeah, this is employee class is there. This is like student class is there, and a test class contains a finalized method. So I know like finalized method got executed before destroying the object, right? Here T object is eligible to garbage collector, employee object is eligible to garbage collector, so student object also eligible to garbage collector, right? Then I'm calling the garbage collector system.gc. I'm calling, right? Exactly. If you are calling system.gc, then what happened just now? Then you're calling like system.gc means then what happened? Here, how many objects are eligible to garbage collector total?
2,
Uh,
3, sir.
3.
3 objects eligible to garbage collector, right?
Testing.
Because here 3 objects are eligible to garbage collector means, then how many times the finalized method got executed here?
3 times.
This finalized method executed like 1 time or 3 times?
3 times.
Exactly. But that is wrong actually. This finalized method got executed only once. The point is here, you said like 3 objects are destroyed, that is fine. But 3 objects are destroyed like, yeah, what is compiled one? Yeah, object destroyed. See, in some cases objects are not destroyed, right? Because internally it follows some algorithms, guys, basically. Internally it follows some algorithm to destroy the objects. That's what some case objects are not destroying, and here objects are destroying, right? Exactly. So internally it follows like mark and sweep algorithm to destroy the objects, guys. Because internally it follows which algorithm? Mark and sweep algorithm to destroy the object, right? Exactly. And see guys, actually here only which class, which one executing test object destroyed, this one only executing, right? The reason is like, here see test object eligible to garbage collector, employee student object eligible to garbage collector, but JVM here, what happened, if test object destroyed means then what happened, guys? Test class finalized method got executed, guys. Test object destroyed means what? Test class finalized method got executed. If employee object destroyed means what? Employee class finalized method executed, guys. Student object destroyed means student class file is executed, right? Because don't think like for these all objects only this class destroy this class file is got executed. Which object is destroyed, that class file is be executed. If the statement is clear, which object is destroyed, that class finalized method got executed, right? Yes, which object
And
And
is
we
destroyed,
don't have any
that class finalized
overwritten
method
finalized method. That's why it is not filling up the memory of these two objects.
So if you write the finalized method, if you write the finalized method here, then what happens, guys? Then which object is destroyed, that class finalized method got executed, right?
Ratan sir, if I extend those two classes, I mean, if I extend, can you go
Fine.
to that? Sorry, yeah. If I extend those two classes, those empty classes, with the third one, the test one in which finalize method is there, and we execute the same code, then definitely there will be three test object destroyed messages, right?
If you're extending,
Yeah, and that
try to check that example extension operation, but we didn't check the extension operation. You try to check that example is working fine. Please let me know tomorrow class. Okay.
okay.
Here code is compiled now. That this point, this example intention is clear. This example intention is what? If which object executed, which object is destroyed, that class finalize method got executed basically. Hmm? Yes, here two objects destroying, objects are not destroying, object are destroying, two objects destroying. Some cases three
Three
objects are destroying.
objects.
Exactly. That depends on what the internal algorithms guys. Definitely multiple objects are eligible to garbage collector, then garbage collector definitely has to follow some internal algorithms to destroy the objects, right? It has to follow internal algorithm to destroy the objects, guys. That internal algorithm they implemented like mark and sweep algorithm. Mark it and sweep it, mark it and sweep it. Mark and sweep algorithm, right? Exactly. If this example intention is what? This example simply intention is like, what the example of intention guys here? Which object is destroyed, that class finalize method got executed basically. Yes, which object is destroyed, that class finalize method got executed, right? Exactly. Good. You restore a small observation, you try to see these observations once. Here my M1 method return type is what? Yes, here what is my M1 method return type?
Employees.
Employee. M1 method return type is like employee. If M1 method return type is employee means, then I'm creating two employee objects, E1, E2 is there. Then I returned E1, right? I returned E1. In the main method, what I'm doing here, new test.m1, we are calling M1 like, we are calling M1. After that M1, what we are doing like, we are holding at M1 employee object, right? Exactly. Because in M1 method, our intention is like, we have to focus on M1 method. In M1 method, how many objects are created total? Yes, in M1 method, how many objects are employee objects are created?
Objects are created.
How many employee objects are created in M1 method?
Two
In
sets.
M1 method, two employee objects are created, right? Exactly. With these two objects, how many objects eligible to garbage collector? Even once this example is completed, this once this M1 is completed, once this M1 method is complete, I'm talking about only M1 method, guys. Once the M1 method is completed, how many objects are eligible to garbage collector?
Two objects.
That's the question. Once this M1 is completed, how many objects are eligible to garbage collector?
Two questions. Sorry, two objects.
We're not writing system.gc.
After M1 completes,
After
then
M1 complete, how
E1,
many objects are eligible to
two,
garbage collector? That's the question.
E1 and E2. No, sir. Only E2 because
Only
we
E2
are returning E1.
we are holding that E1, E, right?
Yes,
We are holding that means what? Still that object existence is there, right?
exactly. Ratan sir, you are not audible.
So you are under mute.
Okay, so after M1 is complete, how many objects are eligible to garbage collector now? Guys, how many objects are eligible to garbage collector now?
E2.
E2
Only one.
eligible to garbage collector, guys, because here we are returning E1, right? We are returning E1 and we are holding E1. It means E1 still existence is there, right? There still E1 existence is there, right? That's what only here. Which object is eligible to garbage collector means only E2 objects eligible, guys. Some case they'll give you this type of question. They'll ask like how many objects eligible to garbage collector, right? Exactly. With this example, how many objects eligible to garbage collector? Tell me now. Here also, I'm targeting only M1 method, guys. In M1 method, how many objects we created? 2 objects we created, right? I returned E1. Then we are calling test.m1. Then tell me, guys, here how many objects are able to garbage collector now?
Two, sir.
I think here 2, right? Why it is 2? Why here it is 2?
We are not holding the return type.
Even if you return the object, yes, but are you holding that object or not means definitely we are not holding that object, right? We are not holding that object means then what happened is we are not holding that object means that also eligible to garbage collector, right? Like that. Previous example, we are holding the object. That's what the object eligible. We are holding that object means still object existence is there. That's what one object eligible to garbage collector. But here we are not holding the object, right? Here we are not holding the object means what happened is then 2 objects eligible to garbage collector, right? Yes, 2 objects are eligible to garbage collector. Yes or no? Good. Yes, today just to discuss runtime class and finalize method and what? Just small observation, right? Exactly. Okay, this is basically like working with the garbage collector. You try to check this garbage collector, guys. Yes, today there is no advanced Java class. I have some work. I have to move some more. I have to go outside. Today no class, advanced Java no class, guys. And tomorrow we'll meet. And tomorrow we will start like.
Ratan sir, you did not upload the yesterday's class notes also.
Srikant. Notes are.
Yeah.
Notes I will take care.
For garbage
Is it-
collector.
Oh my God. Guys, is it videos are uploading properly?
Yes,
Every
sir.
day basis.
Yeah, sir.
Sir, can you hold here? Sir, can you hold here? New test method of M1 which we are assigning it to EMPE. That's why when M1 method is completed, we are not releasing that resources. That's why we are able to release only E2 in the previous example. Is that my understanding right?
Previous example, what we are doing, we are returning the object, we are holding that object, right?
In the main method, is it right?
In the main method, you are holding that object. It means what? Still that object difference is existed, right?
Yeah, even is a returning value. That's why M1 method is holding it.
Yeah, exactly. Now see, this address even here, this address and this E address, both are addresses are same, right? Because here we are returning E1 and we are holding that E1 into the E variable, right? That's what the both addresses are same actually. If you want, you can run this code. See the both addresses, memory addresses. So memory address both are same, right? 1B5, 1B5.
Yeah.
Good. But second case, what we are not holding, right? We are not holding means what? That is also eligible to garbage collector, right? That's what it means.
Sir, have you uploaded the yesterday's class notes also?
Both notes are uploaded.
Okay. Thank you so much.
By guess tomorrow we'll meet and tomorrow we'll start a new topic. Okay.
Thank you, sir.